He's a legendary figure, a king who brought together a divided land. His stories have echoed for centuries, but was King Arthur a real historical figure or purely a product of medieval imagination? Welcome to Hoodie History, where I dive into the fascinating lives and lasting mysteries from the past. It's great to have you here. I'm Michael, your host, and today we're venturing into the realm of chivalry, magic, and a king whose very existence is debated to this day. The legend of King Arthur is deeply embedded in Western culture. We know the stories: the sword in the stone, the Knights of the Round Table, the wizard Merlin, the quest for the Holy Grail, and the tragic love triangle with Lancelot and Guinevere. These tales have been retold countless times in literature, art, and film, shaping our understanding of medieval heroism and chivalry. He's basically the OG superhero of the Middle Ages, but instead swapped the spandex for a lot of chainmail. But where does the legend end and potential history begin? Arthur's traditional setting is post-Roman Britain in the 5th and 6th centuries CE. This was a turbulent time, the Roman Empire having withdrawn, leaving a power vacuum and various Brittonic kingdoms and warlords battling against Anglo-Saxon invaders. The first mentions of Arthur appear in Welsh and Breton sources. Here he is usually seen as a heroic warrior, not a king. Texts like the Historia Brittonum from the 9th century and early Welsh poems show Arthur as a dux bellorum, or war leader. He fought against the Saxons in several battles, especially at Mons Badonicus, Mount Badon. I like to think of him less as a crowned monarch in a grand castle, and more as a tough-as-nails kind of guy, like the Chuck Norris of his time. Arthur doesn't go on quests, he takes strolls and legends just happen. Geoffrey of Monmouth's Historia, Regum Britanniae, made a big impact in the 12th century. It shaped Arthur's image as a strong king, along with Merlin and Guinevere. This work gave us the dramatic story we know today. Monmouth's work is very influential, but often seen as more literary than accurate. It relies a lot on folklore and imagination. He basically took a local hero and turned him into a medieval rock star. So the big question remains, was there a real Arthur? Archaeological evidence from the 5th and 6th centuries is scarce and doesn't definitively point to a single King Arthur. But some historians think the legend may come from a real Brittonic war leader. This war leader won key battles against the Anglo-Saxons. Over time, stories about him were embellished and romanticized through oral tradition. Possible candidates for a historical Arthur include figures whose names or actions might have been later woven into the legend. Arthurian sites like Tintagel Castle in Cornwall, believed to be his birthplace, and Glastonbury Tor, connected to Avalon, heighten the mystery, but there's little archaeological proof tying them to a 5th or 6th century Arthur. It's like trying to find the real Santa Claus. The myth is so powerful, it almost doesn't matter if there was one. Ultimately, the truth about King Arthur remains elusive. He might have been a real person whose actions sparked the legend, or he could be a mix of characters, symbolizing Brittonic resistance against invaders. His story likely grew and changed over the centuries. The Arthurian legends, whether based in history or not, captivate us. They reflect our love for heroism, justice, and the dreams of a golden age. Whether a real king or a magnificent myth, the story of Arthur continues to captivate us. It shows us how history mixes with legend. This blend creates strong stories that shape our culture and imagination. What are your thoughts on the history of King Arthur? Do you lean towards him being real or a complete myth? Let me know in the comments below. If you like this look at the mystery of King Arthur, please hit the like button. Also subscribe for more exciting stories that mix history and legend. I'm looking forward to sharing more captivating figures and tales with you. Thanks for journeying into the mists of Arthurian legend with me here at Hoodie History. Until next time, keep your curiosity and imagination burning bright.